Have you ever witnessed a moment where someone's kindness was met with cruelty? A moment that made you wonder if hard work and decency still matter in a world full of noise. This is the story of Margaret, a waitress who has poured her heart into her job for over 30 years, and Kayla, a young social media influencer who believes the world owes her everything for free. Their paths cross in a classic American diner, leading to a confrontation that changes both of their lives forever. Before we continue with the story, we would love to know where you are watching from. Please let us know in the comments so we can bring you more stories that resonate with you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Now let's dive into the story. The Corner Booth Diner wasn't fancy. It wasn't modern, but it was real. For 40 years, it had been a place where the coffee was always hot, the bacon was always crisp, and the greetings were always warm. The heart of the diner was Margaret, a woman in her late 50s with kind eyes and a smile that had seen it all. They called her Marge. Marge wasn't just a waitress. She was a landmark. She knew the regulars by name, remembered how they liked their eggs, and asked about their families with genuine care. The diner was her stage, and she moved with a quiet grace, her worn-out sneakers gliding across the checkered floor. Her work wasn't glamorous, but she took immense pride in it. It was honest work, and it had helped her raise a daughter who was now in college. On this particular Tuesday afternoon, the diner was in its usual gentle rhythm. A few construction workers were finishing their lunch, and an elderly couple shared a slice of apple pie. At the counter, a quiet man in a simple jacket was slowly enjoying a cup of coffee and reading a newspaper. He looked like anyone else, just another person seeking a moment of peace. Then the bell above the door chimed, and the diner's peaceful atmosphere was broken. A young woman walked in. She was probably in her early 20s, dressed in clothes that screamed, "Look at me." She held her phone up in front of her face, already recording. "Hey guys, Kayla K here," she said to her screen, her voice loud and artificial. "I'm checking out this retro diner for you all. Let's see if the food is as old as the furniture." This was Kayla, known to her 500,000 followers as Kayla K, an influencer who reviewed places, usually by complaining about them to create drama for her channel. She sat down in one of Marge's booths, not even making eye contact. Marge walked over, her coffee pot in hand. "Welcome to the corner booth. Can I get you started with something to drink?" she asked, her voice calm and friendly. Kayla lowered her phone for a second, looked Marge up and down, and smirked. "Just water. And listen," she said, leaning forward. "I'm kind of a big deal online. I'm going to be doing a review of this place. If you give me my meal for free, I'll be sure to give you a shout-out. It's great exposure." Marge offered a polite, firm smile. "I'm sorry, dear, but we don't do that here. Everyone pays for their food. But I can promise you it will be worth it." Kayla's face soured. She picked her phone back up and hit the live button. "Okay, so update, guys," she announced to her followers. "The management here is not very business savvy, but for you, I'll pay. Let's see what a $15 burger looks like in a place that time forgot." Marge's smile tightened just a little, but she simply nodded and walked away to place the order. For the next 20 minutes, Kayla provided a running commentary for her live stream. She complained that the menu was boring. She made faces at the decor. She zoomed in on a tiny crack in her water glass. When Marge brought the burger, Kayla inspected it as if it were a science experiment. "Ugh, the lettuce is a little wilted," she said to her phone, pushing it around with her fork. "And the fries are like, so basic. No truffle oil? No parmesan?" Marge continued her work, refilling coffee for the man at the counter, clearing tables, and trying her best to ignore the one-woman drama happening in the corner booth. But she could feel the eyes of the other customers on her. They looked at her with sympathy. The man at the counter in particular watched the entire scene without saying a word, his expression unreadable. Finally, Kayla finished her performance. She had eaten nearly the entire burger but declared it a 2 out of 10. She stood up, left a $5 bill on the table for a $15 meal, and said loudly to her phone, "Okay, guys, verdict is in. Skip this place. It's totally irrelevant. Let's go find some real food." And with that, she was gone. Marge walked over to the table and picked up the $5 bill. She sighed, not with anger, but with a quiet sadness. She felt a sting of humiliation. After all her years of hard work, to be dismissed so cruelly, so publicly, it hurt. Just then, the quiet man at the counter stood up to leave. He walked over to Marge, placing his own money on the counter. "Excuse me," he said, his voice gentle but clear. "I saw that, and I just wanted to say, your service was excellent. You handled that with incredible dignity." Marge looked up, surprised. "Thank you, sir. That means a lot." He smiled, placed a $50 bill in the tip jar, and said, "Keep doing what you're doing. Places like this, and people like you, are what make a city special." He gave her a small nod and walked out the door. His kindness was like a balm on the wound Kayla had left. The next day, things were different. The morning was unusually quiet, and Marge worried that Kayla's video had actually done some damage. But around noon, the phone started ringing, and it didn't stop. Then a line started to form outside the door. A young woman came in, holding her phone. "Are you Marge?" she asked with a huge smile. "I read the article. We drove an hour to come here." "Article? What article?" Marge asked, confused. The woman showed her the screen. It was the city's most popular online newspaper, and the headline read, "Dignity in a Diner. In an age of influencers, character is still the best thing on the menu." The article was written by Arthur Albright, the city's most famous and respected food critic, the quiet man from the counter. He wrote about the diner's authentic charm, its delicious, no-nonsense food, and its timeless appeal. But most of the article was about Marge. He described the scene with Kayla, not mentioning Kayla by name, but referring to her only as a young woman who valued her phone screen more than the person in front of her. He praised Marge's grace under pressure and called her an artist of service, a reminder that true influence comes not from followers, but from the quiet dedication to one's craft. He ended the article with a powerful line. "If you want to see the heart of this city, go to the Corner Booth Diner, and be sure to say hello to Marge. She is the best thing on the menu." The story went viral. People were tired of entitled online personalities. They were hungry for something real, and Marge became their hero. The diner was packed for weeks. People came from all over to support the business, to take a picture with Marge, and to thank her for her hard work. She had to hire 2 new people just to handle the crowds. And Kayla K? Her followers quickly figured out she was the influencer in the article. Her comment section was flooded with messages calling her out for her bullying and entitlement. A major brand deal she had just signed was canceled. Her follower count began to drop for the first time in her career. She had tried to make herself famous by tearing someone else down, and in the end, she had only exposed her own emptiness. Marge, however, remained unchanged. She treated the new crowds with the same warmth and grace she had always shown her regulars. One evening, as she was finally resting her feet after a long shift, her daughter called from college. "Mom, I saw the article," she said, her voice full of pride. "Everyone is talking about it here. You're famous." Marge laughed, a genuine, happy sound. "I'm not famous, honey," she said, looking around the bustling diner she called home. "I'm just a waitress," and she had never been prouder of it. So that was the story of Margaret, whose years of quiet dignity became louder than any viral video. It's a powerful reminder that while online fame can be temporary, the impact of genuine kindness and hard work can last a lifetime. We have a question for you. Have you ever supported a small local business just because you admired the people who work there? Let us know your story in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's completely free for you, but it helps our channel a lot and allows us to keep bringing you these stories. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.